All right, can we get to, I see a lot of chatters in here that are actively trying to not watch this video and shift my attention away to something different. And I suspect it's because a lot of you are worried that you are going to immediately nut with the uncontrollable sexual aura that is emanating from Hakeem motherfucking Jeffries. And I know you're afraid. Your bussies and your pussies and your penises and your gocks, they're quivering. You're worried. You're about to bust. And it's fine. Hakeem the Dream Jeffries is here. Keep your mouth shut. Dem leader, House Republicans go nose to nose in hallway spat. I did see this video and I did think it was aura, like a little bit. I like that. I like what Hakeem is doing here.
Let me ask you a question. Did you get permission from your boss?
Why don't we sign on right now?
Did your boss, Donald Trump?
You can easily extend the ACA right now.
Did your boss, Donald Trump, give you permission? Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
You're making a show of this to make yourself relevant.
It's sad. You could easily sign on to this.
You're embarrassing yourself right now.
You could sign on to this, by the way.
You voted
Tom DiNapoli, the Democratic controller of New York,
let me ask you a question.
Pointed out that $1.2 billion were wasted.
Listen, you're not going to talk. You're not going to talk to me. You're not going to talk to me and talk over me
New York residents
because you don't want to hear what I have to say.
Oh, I'm listening.
So why don't you just keep your mouth shut?
Oh,
because you showed up.
Is that the way to talk?
You showed up. Why
you actually voted to shut the government down.
Actually, that's not true.
It's sad. You voted to shut the government down.
Do Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the president?
Right, and you're smart enough to know that you need 60 votes in the Senate, right?
Is that right? No.
Do you need 60 votes in the Senate or no?
Were 60 votes needed to pass your one big ugly bill?
Reconciliation, which you did with the IRA, and boy, that really reduced inflation.
Are you
did a
trying
great
to
job
elevate
there.
yourself because you're afraid
I'm not trying to
about
elevate
lose
myself.
re-election?
No, I'm not going to lose re-election. You spent $42 million last cycle. You didn't do that great.
Why aren't you running for governor right now?
Because I actually enjoy this job, and I'm here to do it. And by the way, you could actually pass a subsidy right now.
We found it. We found the one guy that literally is even nerdier and more Rizless than Hakeem Jeffries, that Hakeem Jeffries actually looks good standing next to him and actually yelling at him. It turns out this is what was necessary. Nerdy as he said to shut the like I used to say it to my mom when she left my room after grounding me. That's such a white chatter trait. I couldn't imagine saying that to my mom even after she left the room.
Losing Camp Perez, are they wrong?
Your other boss,
are they wrong?
Your other boss, Mike Johnson, I challenged him to a debate.
Yeah.
On the floor. Did he send you?
No, I'm here on my behalf of my constituents because you shut the government down. And my constituents are suffering as a result of your ridiculous ploy because you're so afraid of Zohran Mamdani. By the way, when are you endorsing him?
By the way,
do you endorse him for mayor?
First of all, are
you okay, that's a point. That's a point for Lawler. Okay, point Lawler.
Listen, you're a complete and total embarrassment right now.
Oh, why is that? Because you don't want to answer the question?
Is this supposed to be a video for your failed re-election?
You don't want to answer the question? Do you support Zohran? By the way, did you see his statement yesterday?
Listen.
An embarrassment on October 7th blaming the Jews? You support that?
Oh no. I didn't see this full video. I saw a short version where he looked like he had aura. How is he pro-Zohran but pro-Israel? He's not. You think he's pro-Zohran or pro-Israel? Both of these guys are pro-Israel stooges, okay? Lawler, $392,669 from AIPAC versus Jeffries, $866,550 from AIPAC. God damn.
First of all, I don't answer to you.
Should he be the Democratic mayor? Should he be the Democratic nominee for mayor?
Whatever questions I need to answer about the
so
mayor's
you think his statement yesterday was okay?
First of all,
that's sad.
First of all,
it's unfortunate.
Don't come with this phony.
These are bills. These are bills. They're not phony. They're real bills.
That Republicans are even prepared to bring to the floor.
There's 11 Republicans on it. There's 4 Democrats. It's a bipartisan bill to extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies. If you believe in it so much, why won't you sign on to it?
Do you understand math?
You could get your whole conference to sign on today. Your whole conference could sign on to this.
There are 220 Republicans in the House right now.
You have 215 Democrats. You have 215 Democrats. Well, how many votes does it take in the House? 218.
Are you mathematically challenged, bro?
No, I think you are. You have 215 Democrats. You could all sign on to this today with 11 Republicans. It'd be great.
I've indulged you. I've given you your 15 minutes.
You haven't answered any of the questions.
You're a complete and total embarrassment.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing yourself in your district right now, and you're going down to defeat next year.
Ruben Gallego, Mark Kelly confront Speaker Johnson, intense exchange. They should be allowed to fight. I mean, you know my advocacy in this field. I've been a major advocate. I think it would be, Congress would be better. This shit is so fake. This is really just to feed the media. Yeah, a lot of it is. This is exactly why Zoran's statement was such a failure. I don't think it was as big as a failure. This is the reason why there's no reason to there's no reason not to include like additional context, even when talking about October 7th, because like these guys' position against you is that you're anti-genocide and you're anti-Zionist, right? So it's not like any kind of like October 7th was a horrifying incident that, you know, sparked some kind of reaction from Israel, but the reaction went a little too hard. Like that kind of omission of like what came prior to October 7 makes it seem as though, you know, Israel's reaction was to a certain degree warranted, but obviously like how they reacted was a little too far, right? How they reacted was a little too far. And that in and of itself is a concession that you don't need to even remotely imply, because these guys are never going to these guys are never ever in a million years they're never going to sit there and say, well, at least his like response was timid. His response was like moderated. He mentioned October 7. Like no one's gonna say that. Yeah, attempting to concoct a statement that everybody will be satisfied by is a losing game, and Zoran's team needs to stop these increasing attempts to chase after it. Like the Israel Foreign Ministry straight up came out and we're like, this is you know, you're crazy. He stands with Jews only when they're dead. Shameful. Randy Fine literally came out and was like, we need to deport this man or something. Like he was just going crazy. Yeah. But I guess in that regard, people were too busy hating on Zoran to notice that neither AOC, Ilhan Omar, nor Tlaib released an October 7th statement at all, Lamau. Private Oomph just pointed out that neither did Jeffries. Those AIPAC checks must be declining. Yeah, he just tanked it. He just tanked it for him. Him and Grant Plattner both were like, don't worry, guys, get behind me. Get behind me. I'll say some shit that makes everybody mad. Randy Fine probably wants to eat Zoran. True. He really does. He wants to eat everything, really. Yeah, like I don't care that much that Zoran said it, but it's honestly better just to say nothing. I mean, sure. Let's see what Ruben Gallego and Mark Kelly said.
Hey, so here's Congresswoman. And,
so many cameras, bro. This reminds me of, this is like, you know what this is? This is like going to a phase pool party. That's what it feels like to me. This is like when influencers, myself included, go to like a phase pool party or TwitchCon or something, and there's cameras everywhere, and we're just like trying to find some aura moments. Okay? Hey, I'm going to walk up to the speaker. Oh, that's funny. They're clip farming.
Yeah, reopen the government so we get back to work.
I mean, but this excuse just keeps on moving.
Yeah, no,
it's not great if you want representation.
I want to see something crazy. You know what I mean? I want to see him like slap Mike Johnson or something. I want some real motion. Okay. I want something real. I want to feel like they're real. Don't say that. Okay. Like I just calling for political violence, like not like a serious violence slap. I mean, like a little, like one of these. You know, I want some real wrestling, man. Real wrestling. Why isn't there some real wrestling? If it's WWE, might as well just go into it.
We're happy that she got elected. She's filling her father's seat. That's fantastic. We have a long tradition here and a process of how we administer the oath to a member. You know, you served here for a while. We're going to do that as soon as we get back to work, but we need the lights turned back on, so we encourage both of you to go open the government so we can get everybody back to regular session. Go to her. As soon as you guys vote to open the government.
You don't want to be on the Epstein discharge. How much?
It's totally absurd. You guys are experts at red herrings and distraction. No, it has nothing to do with Epstein. The House Oversight Committee is working on the Epstein files right now, releasing 34,000 pages and more on the way.
You know, she's
Let me finish. The House Oversight Committee.
Excuses. This is an excuse so she doesn't sign on to that.
This is absurd.
This is the longest time the House.
Do you want me to answer the question? If you ask the question, let me answer.
Actually answer the question. This entirely has to do with it.
Okay. You see, this is a publicity stunt. Let me tell you what's happening. The House Oversight Committee is working on the release of the Epstein files. I met with the victims before they went out and did the press conference. And the House Oversight is doing its job. Did you know? You might not, because we haven't been in session. They're doing the work. They're doing it methodically. They're doing it with subpoena power. And you don't need an act of Congress for that to happen because they're already on it.
So
and I was in the room with all of them.
Why are you blocking her then?
I'm not blocking her. I just
This
told
is the
you.
longest time that House Representative has been out of session. That's not in a regular August session. This is the longest time it's taken for someone to be sworn in, and it all happens to coincide with the fact that she's going to be the deciding vote on the discharge petition.
I know why you're upset. I know why you're upset.
Mike,
you
I
get a
gotta-
lot of heat because the government is closed down, and you guys
we're
made
not.
the decision.
Actually, no.
You wait.
Mike,
You made it 5 times
Mike,
to
I
keep the
got a
government
request.
closed.
I got a
Yes,
request.
yes.
In their basement.
Come here, Mike Lawler from New York. Tell him.
With all due respect, you voted multiple times to keep the government shut down, okay? The Republican members from Arizona voted to keep the government open.
They did.
So don't sit here and try to lecture us about whether or not we did our job. We did our job. You did
What's
not.
going to be
We're not doing
premiums?
your
What
job
happens when you
right
see
now.
premiums?
Oh, you mean the bill that I'm signed on to extend it?
Oh, they're like that. This guy is everywhere, huh? Mike Lawler really having a grand old time out here. He's over. He's everywhere, baby. Someone in the chat said WWE earlier, and yeah, this literally reads as one of those backstage confrontations they have in between matches. Yeah, it is. When did Veritasium go Republican? Yeah, he is. He's a Republican now. He might be vying for the Trump replacement. It's kind of an open field. People don't like Vance. Obviously, Mike Johnson is a hog, but do you think the Dems are overblowing this thing about delaying her swearing in because of the Epstein files process? I don't think so. I think they're just trying to be annoying. I'm sure that's part of the reason. You know what I mean? I don't think they're blowing their load on anything, really. I think they've done a pretty decent job. They should talk about like how much money is not being paid to government employees like every single day. Every single day that this moves forward, they should be constantly talking about Project 2025 and how Trump has openly stated that like Russ Vought is going to be the Reaper. They should be talking about healthcare and how many people are going to lose healthcare, or at least their like premiums are going to go up by how much. Every day they should be talking about that. Every damn day. Do shutdowns usually last this long? Government shutdowns can last even longer than this. I believe like the longest one in recent years was 35 days or something. Yeah, like in 2019 it was 35 days, the last one. I keep getting confused. Why does Mike keep saying that it's the Dems that whatever who are keeping the government shut down is just smoke and mirrors, or what? Because that can't be true, right? No, there is truth to that statement, but it takes two to tango. They can't get like they can't get 10 votes beyond the Republicans in the Senate in order to advance this what they call clean funding bill, right? But the reason why the Democrats are pushing for the shutdown is because they want the Republicans to meet their demands. They want the Republicans to meet their demands on protecting people's Medicaid, to ensure that like COVID era provision that offers subsidies that help people pay their healthcare premiums do not go away. And they want assurances on the administration not using expanded executive authority to override previous congressional funds that have been allocated.
Oh, yeah,
When
cute,
is
right,
that
because you
gonna
know
happen?
what? We actually have put forth legislation to do it. You guys just keep pontificating. How about you go down the hall
we're having
and go
discussions.
vote
You
to
know that
open the
that's not
government
going
up?
on.
That would be great.
All right,
Here's the clean CR. Go vote to open the government up.
this-
Thank you very much.
We're going to have lots of. Wait a minute.
Mike, if you bring them back, we will have a discussion with them. It's very simple.
You're holding the American people hostage because you want to have a
Yes, you
policy
are.
debate.
Yes,
We
you are.
have policy debates here every
This
day. The House
policy
works on
debate-
There's
that.
no policy debate when nobody's there. You're
We have
talking to
the-
yourself and this guy here.
We're having the debate all
My
around
constituents
the
and
clock.
yours, I imagine yours are going to be hurt even worse than ours
We-
with these premium increases.
We have a lot of
We have
issues to work
fix
on
this.
together,
When
and the
people-
Republicans
when
are the
people don't
party.
have healthcare,
Wait a minute. Wait just a
people
minute.
Are the party that's going to kill healthcare.
No.
That's exactly what's gonna
By the
happen.
way, healthcare premiums since 2010, when Obamacare passed, have risen by over 60%. So what
Cool
you're,
stats.
what
So you want to cut them now? You want to cut now?
You're not upset
we
about
wanna
that?
reform
You
it.
should be upset about
Well, then
that.
get going.
You should
Get
be
your
upset
people
about
in line
that.
and get.
Okay. Drama. Marjorie Taylor Greene also came out popping off saying is the Republican
One of the most leaders controversial
were at fault for the government shutdown. So that was interesting.